Fala aí galera, hoje continuando aqui o Dragon Age The Veilguard, então chegamos aí no nível 20 e agora nós estamos aqui com a especialização Carnífice ativada, então a gente pode comprar aqui as coisas e depois que a gente for upando mais, aí a gente vai ver... Porque tipo assim, aqui tem uma coisa de habilidades, aqui tem sobrevivência, por exemplo. Talvez a gente... compre alguma coisa aqui. E a gente vai ver como é que a gente vai montar a build aqui, nosso cara two-handed. Então eu deixei Fortaleza e Foice Imortal pra ver navios. E por enquanto nós temos que recrutar o último cara aqui da Veilguard, que é o Emirate. Então a gente tem que ir até os salões da necrópole. Então o vigilante fúnebre está aí. Eu não sei quem que eu vou pegar aqui por esse rolê, mas acho que eu vou continuar com a Belara. Apesar da Tash estar com bastante itens agora, a gente resolveu bastante pendências de companheiros no último vídeo. E demos uma avançada na história, né? Porque teve o ataque dos dragões. Agora a caçadora de dragões a gente já recrutou, agora falta esse maluco aí que ele é especialista em véu. Então aqui o rolê é muito louco.
No sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
Visitors! What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor Emmerich Volkaren of the Morn Watch.
Hello, Professor. We've never met, well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a fade expert.
I'm Rook.
Charmed.
Bela caveira em chamas.
I like that bit with the flaming skull.
It's nothing, really. Just an evocation of the flame of the last steps.
Looks great.
Thank you. You know, I'm never quite sure how these spells strike someone from outside Navarra. I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Toward that screaming.
Something's gone awry in this part of the necropolis, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Bom, então vamos lá. Siga o Emirate pra ver... Apesar dele ser um necromancer, é um cara bem animado. A última parte que eu joguei do teste do Dragon Age The Veilguard já tinha ele, eu não tinha conversado com ele antes, mas ele teve umas interações bem interessantes. Mas eu tô chegando bem na parte que acabou o teste, porque eu joguei alguns pequenos recortes do jogo, né? Aí daqui pra frente, só Deus.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
Take your word for it.
Careful, Rook. It singled you out.
Bom.
What? Where'd everyone go?
Eu ia usar uma habilidade. Não gostei desse cara. Eu não tenho poder, muito poder contra ele. O Emerald, ele tem um combo com o meu ataque. Ah, eu troquei um ataque também, né? Aquele da porradinha.
It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
E ele parece ser um cara bem inteligente, então vai ser uma grande adição ao nosso grupinho. Que ele é o último cara, né? Temos uma runa estilhaçar. Essa runa aqui. Temos massacrar, fogo. Ah, mas eu tô em combate, eu esqueço que. Ah! Ele fala que eu tô em combate, eu não tô em combate, mas tudo bem. Pode ser que tenha algum inimigo aqui perto, aí já não deixa ativar. Mas enfim, tem um rolê ali. Binary Puro.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless.
What does that mean?
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things.
É, esse bate bem mais, cara.
Must move.
Get clear.
I must free that bell.
Need some help?
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Okay.
Pode ter aqui um bagulho da necrópole, não
How?
olhado.
Give your greetings, and the wisp will follow.
Então temos o olfato.
Wisps are the simplest of spirits, but quite helpful. Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Doors open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
I hope we can help here, Professor.
You already have, Bellara, and it's just Emmerich. Please.
Great, Professor.
Alright.
I assume your visit has to do with recent upheavals we've sensed in the Fae?
Oh, just a little.
Ela nem contou ainda o que vai acontecer, né? Mas eu acho que ele entra de boa na Veilguard, porque isso deve ser muito interessante pra ele. Ah, eu tenho que dar o... Aqui, ó. Nossa! Ele tipo, ele sobe no céu agora e ataca. Puta merda, tá muito da hora. Essa aqui, ela e o Emerald não tem nenhum combo.
Ready for a follow-up?
Eu tenho o combo ali, né, mas...
Finish them now.
Errei.
Strike them now! Quickly, end them! Look! Behind you!
Nice one, Rook.
Bom, por enquanto tá bem suave. Porque é assim, galera, eu upei. Eu estou aqui numa aliança de casamento perdida. Que é isso, cara? Tristeza isso? Perder a aliança.
This magic, it drains everything around it.
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
Vamos lá. A gente tem que tomar cuidado pra não deixar esses malucos ver a gente. Nossa, mas aqui tem muito bagulho de cura. Temos um anel de decadência. Tem dano e... esse é bom pra quem tem build lá de decadência.
This is locked too. I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid.
Then I should call for aid.
They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
Então eu tenho que puxar os vagabundos. Só que eu acho que eu não posso puxar os dois.
Just because you asked.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
Aqui acho que tá meio broxa.
Here's our second wisp.
These are way different than some of the wisps in Arlethan.
I should like to meet some one day.
I don't know, Professor. Your wisps seem less, dangerous.
tem mais um pra lá, né?
There's the last wisp.
Good. Let's return to the door.
Abriu?
Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought.
Esse machado aqui é aquele negócio, né? Ele tem mais dano e menos abalo. Mas aí mas isso aí é pra outra faquinha, esse aqui.
Do you think a person's behind all the despair demons?
Oh yes. Mortals are their prime attraction.
Trouble coming.
Oh! Pulo de briada aqui.
Looks like we're doing this.
Bati errado ainda.
They're firing at us!
Ready for a follow-up. Ranged incoming.
They attack from afar! I'm ready!
Get clear.
Understood! We've done it.
E uma sálvia para dar um salve aqui na galera.
How do we get rid of all these despair demons?
Their source is near the bell you saw earlier. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place.
Lá.
Tell me, Rook, where are you from?
Ravane. Lords of Fortune took me in.
The famous treasure seekers to the north? You must tell me about your journeys once we're above ground.
Tem mais um. Jade necrótica. Como é que eu entro aqui, champs? Será que tem algum lugar ali? Ah! Opa! Cai aí, vagabundo. É, mas aqui eu me lasquei, né? Porque... pra ir ali eu não sei. Conhece o Silas? Se lascou? Eu acho que não. Ah, sei lá.
Here we are.
Fico triste.
This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
But how?
You must open yourself to possibilities while in the necropolis. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook?
Eu fiquei maluco aqui, mano. Porque ali por cima... Será que dá pra sair por ali por cima? É, eu acho que... Ali também não dá. Ah, sei lá.
This should unseal our final path to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
What's it do exactly?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fae.
Oh, that'd be helpful in Arlethan, but I bet it only works here, doesn't it?
Quite correct. The bell would be inert outside the necropolis.
Still, I bet the principles could be replicated.
Vou ligar pro Emerald. E eu fico doidão porque eu não tenho acesso à parte de cima.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin.
Aqui tem um baú.
By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair? Who brought it here?
Venatori.
The venatori. Of course. This way, please.
What did you just do?
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Honestly, I've no idea how the other Watchers navigate the necropolis without it.
Então vá
Need a
para o
wisp. Think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down...
So don't dawdle!
We found those Venatori.
They have no place in these halls. Finish them quickly!
me and stop dying!
Turn them! We are failing our masters.
I've made that one ready.
I call for more! Finish them now! Ready to go. Fail the gods! More blood for the gods!
The gods will punish our failure!
Finish them off.
Quickly!
Righto.
Now!
I am black.
This one's all set!
Do not die, fools!
Vamos fazer isso aqui.
End it now!
What are the venatori after? Gold?
Isso aqui temos o...
Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
Ah, I'll fill you in on them later.
Gotta keep quiet.
They crumble in our sight!
There we go!
Ready for a follow-up.
They feed Try get them again!
The strength! End it now!
Death is weakness!
End them! Quickly! They attack from a distance!
Drain away!
Finish them now.
Death is not granted!
Well, down one more despair demon. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're venatori.
Dá uma olhada. Dei uma caralhada.
Hello. Did the venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
Oh, all right.
Those venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous. As for the venatori, what remains of them will be put to work. The Sunken Star can help us if we break the venatori's chains.
Right.
Então vamos lá.
There's one chain.
Excellent.
Yes! Kill them all, but save them.
Got it.
Behind you! Finish them off!
This cannot be!
Do personagem nós temos, acho que aquele... aqui mudou bastante coisa, mas depois eu dou uma olhada.
My trouble ahead.
There.
Hail the dead! I'm at the ready. We're not alone.
And we are empowered.
Valora. Nice.
That one's ready.
Thank you! End it now.
Your line.
That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell.
É por aqui? Eu acho que agora eu evolui demais. Vocês viram que nessa missão eu não tô sofrendo nenhum dano. Meu Thor está muito tora por enquanto. O pau vai torar. Deixa esse clique aqui. Tá clicando a imagem.
Be ready. The ritual to wake
Tá
the
com
bell will
errinho
draw
de
despair's attention.
sprite.
And any more venatori?
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
Vamos...
There's the venatori.
Press them further!
You got it.
These heretics are strong!
Oh, nice work, Emmerich.
Fight on for your...
Don't do
E também porque agora eu tô no Carnífice, né? Eu tenho muito mais vida e muito mais defesa.
The venatori brought demons.
Typical of them.
Great job, Rook.
Nossa, meu Deus, quanta gente.
Finish them now.
Halfway there. Set that one up.
I'm ready.
É, eu tenho que guardar o...
Ready for a follow-up. Not yet.
Strike them down.
Acho que eu tô matando eles muito rápido, cara.
Rage demon.
Hold fast.
You gotta move.
Eita porra, o que era aquilo? Tem um bichão aqui agora, não tem?
They're attacking from afar.
Tenho certeza que eu vou ter que terminar de matar esse vagabundo.
That one, quickly.
Nice work.
6.000. Acho que esse foi o maior dano que eu dei até agora.
Emmerich, now what?
Now, the grand necropolis shows itself.
Matou?
Worked. Those despair demons are just gone.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you. But come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind.
Bom, vamos já colocar...
I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
Então, vamos falar com ele.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from. Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Mas qual que é a diferença do ainda não pra isso? Peraí.
Let me take one last look around.
Bom, a gente pode... Mas isso aqui eu acho que não dá pra quebrar, né? Dá pra quebrar isso aqui de algum jeito? É, tá tudo meio travado, né? Ou protegido. É porque talvez tinha aquele baú lá, né? Que a gente tinha que proteger. Não tô entendendo. Tá, eu acho que aqui não tem mais nada. É, não dá certo. Vou falar com ele.
Shall we depart?
Vamos que esse negócio piscando
Let's
ali
get
tá
back
me
to the
dando raiva.
lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent Oniric disruptions.
At the least, the implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Chá, que gentileza.
No one ever brings me tea after I slog through a haunted crypt.
My assistant, Manfred. Always thoughtful.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight. And they've already messed with it. Demons, tears in reality. Our team needs a Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
You're good in a fight. We went through a lot of demons.
I've faced worse in the necropolis.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful! I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
The grand necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
What the Venatori ultimately intended with their incursions into the necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
With this, Demeter's crossing and the blighted dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
Que animador.
So instead of one giant fight, we have a lot of smaller ones. I bet that won't make things any easier.
The gods have made bargains with the worst people in Thedas, offered them all power. And it's not as though the Ontom or Venatori will care about the price.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies. Like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's crossing, it's personal for them.
The Crows, particularly after we helped save their city.
Dea and Viago know what is owed. They will make good on that debt.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
Bom, é a melhor pista aqui. Bom, deixa eu ver se tem alguma coisa aqui. Como vai primeiro guardião?
The first warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
I don't keep track, but he can't stop you from asking a few questions, if we're fast enough.
Gillenane has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking blight than wardens.
Morrigan and those wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods.
Or the closest damn thing to them.
Nev, you're back.
Yeah, I am.
Conheça todo.
Couple new people have joined the team since you've been gone. This is Professor Emmerich Volkarin, he's our Fade expert, and Tosh, our Dragon Hunter.
Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met.
So you're a dragon hunter? Mirathus could have used you.
What's going on?
Back home, what isn't? Look, you made an impossible call without enough information. I get it. It's the corner the gods put us in. It just might take time to shake off.
You are back though, right?
Yeah, Belle. I'm back.
Eu agradeço.
Good to have you back. Whatever the circumstances. Everyone needs to be part of this. That's the only way we'll win.
Tá, agora
After
fui mais
what happened to
legal.
Mirathus, I've got even more reason to go after the gods. If anyone's got a shot at this, it's the people here. I'm still on the job. Count on it.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Levantando.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
Eu tive muito pensamento.
Feels like stopping two gods isn't the kind of thing that should get handed to a fresh leader. Though, someone needs to be in charge, right? Everyone's looking to me for answers. I have to be ready to give them, even when I'm not certain.
And that's why I recruited you, Rook. I knew you could fill my shoes. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the wardens found. All this chatting is taking it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
O Fark não tá fazendo nada nesse jogo, né? Ele só tá tipo, ai, me machuquei no começo. Problema seu, vagabundo. Aonde os seres mortos devem ir? Bom, agora deve abrir 500 mil coisas, porque tá todo mundo pela primeira vez na base. E a pessoa da equipe insensibilizada. Então... está mais autossuficiente e menos inclinada a confiar nas pessoas. Suas habilidades de danos aumentaram, mas ela não usará mais habilidades de suporte. E o progresso do relacionamento será mais lento. Então é isso aí. Terminamos a parte 7. E agora temos bastante coisas aqui. Temos esse machado. Esse escudo. Isso aqui. Esse aqui. Aí agora a gente tem um dano de necrose, necrótico. Mas aqui, eu não tenho muito negócio de sangramento, né? Eu não sei porque eu tô com um negócio de sangramento. Acho que cólera eliminar um coisa ia ser legal. Mais 4. Bom, tem bastante coisa pra gente arrumar aqui. Então beleza, galera. Aqui na equipe talvez vamos ter mais pontinhos. Então temos o sino toca, ritos finais, uns bagulho louco. Mas só tem um ponto. Ele é melhor deixar assim. A neve, como eu falou, ela não aceita mais nada de porradaria, então... de gelo aqui. O merge também tem esse aqui. Nas nossas habilidades a gente pode continuar construindo o negócio. Aqui tem um amagamento carregado. Pode ser carregado ainda mais. Bloqueando um poderoso novo ataque, aumentando a eficiência. É, só que aqui já é nível 30, ó. Então, tem alguns aqui que a gente não vai poder perseguir por enquanto. Então, tem esse probleminha. Então, depois a gente pega o resto. Aí aqui de personagem tem as runas, né? Tem aquela outra runa aqui de estilhaçar. E aqui a gente tem que conversar com o Emert e com o Davrin. E o Emert, ele tá a primeira vez no... Pela primeira vez aqui no rolezinho. Tá com a cara dele mesmo. Vou falar com ele.
A third edition of the unnameable elements? I didn't even know it had editions.
Oh, it's much improved with the index. Please, borrow it if you'd like.
I'd love to. Oh, Rook, you probably wanted to say hi. Thanks, Professor.
You look moved in?
Just a few essentials. Manfred was a great help with the boxes. What a fascinating place this lighthouse is. What do you make of it?
É legal, você pode traçar quem você quiser nesse jogo. Lindo e bem confortável.
It's great. Big, mysterious, lots of art, everyone's got their own room.
It'd be easy to fall in love with such a place.
I think Balara has.
She's been quite welcoming. However, I noticed a few of the others taken aback by Manfred, and I overheard remarks about my skulls. My necromancy won't cause any undue worry, will it?
Não, talvez um pouco.
No way. Ugh. But a few people might not get it.
Oh, I'd hoped to make a good first impression.
Balara's excited you're here. Everyone else just has to get to know you.
Please excuse me. Manfred and I should finish our inventory. Thank you for stopping by.
Seja bem-vindo ao Panteão dos Animais. A gente já tem uma missãozinha com ele.
By the way, Rook, before I left, Myrna and Vorgoth asked if we could assist with an outbreak of hauntings across Thedas. They also mentioned displaced wisps in the necropolis. I'm not sure what's frightened them, but it bears investigation.
Hauntings and scared wisps? Let's look into it.
Thank you. We'll depart for the necropolis whenever you're ready.
Bom, então nós temos os espíritos impacientes. Então nós temos os salões da necrópole. A gente já tem também a próxima parte da missão. Deixa eu ver aqui o que mais. Aqui acho que a gente pode aprimorar finalmente ele.
The blight spreads here. Seek its roots.
E aqui a gente já pode, acho que, por exemplo, melhorar a bigorna. Aí agora a gente precisa aumentar o poder. A carcaça da fortuna. Um elmo grande do grifo. Nosso espírito emboado. O bagulho da tintura. Aqui a gente pode encantar também os outros rolês. Dano... O dano da Suprema é boa. Porque a Suprema dá bastante. Fica choque com bagulho. Dá, sei lá. Dano em barreira. Arma, se eu precisar usar ela. Pronto. Aí o resto, eu nem sei se vale a pena a gente melhorar. Tá bom. A gente abala o que a gente abala. Na verdade, meu querido amiguinho. Tá perdida aí, cretina?
Taking a walk?
Dando uma volta. Uma volta muito louca. A gente tem que ir até o grifo. Com o tempo eu vou gravar onde tá cada um, tá, gente? É que acaba... Cada um tem sua casinha aqui. Fala aí, mano.
Carving monsters, huh? Didn't figure you for an artist.
This? It's by necessity. If you know your enemy, their weak spots, maybe you live another day.
Salvo de monstros pequenos.
Well, when the army of miniature monsters invade, we'll know how to beat them.
Size is nothing. A Rygar can ruin your day with one bite. The poison swells your brain.
That could explain Solus.
Standard bestiaries are always some mage drawing things they've never seen, taking the piss out of it. They don't understand how when the hunt ends and you come nose to nose with an ogre, someone's going to die. So I'm making the real Monster Hunter manual.
Opa, you want pictures of monsters? I can provide some corpses.
A corpse? Nah. Now if you pose next to a Varteral still breathing down your neck, I'll think about it.
Where's the Gloom Howler?
Can't carve it till I know what it is. You want a piece of the Howler, boy?
Is he ready?
Was I ready the first time I fought a Hurlock?
Well, you're still alive.
I got my ass handed to me. Broke 4 ribs and cracked my jaw. Then I got back up and drove a blade through its skull. In this line of work, Asan and I are only as strong as the quarry we hunt.
Pega leve com ele, mano.
Maybe, but go easy on him. He's still getting the hang of things.
He runs into an ogre, it won't care. It'll eat him for lunch. I didn't mean your lunch.
Too late. You said the magic word. See you around.
Tá, o grifo é um pouco... Parece um cachorro que quer... Tipo um chihuahua que vai enfrentar qualquer cachorro pensando que vai ganhar. Mais ou menos isso. Bom, então aqui de missões, galera. Vamos dar uma olhada. Tem algo dando errado. Encontrar Morgan no cisne atolado. Aí... A gente tem várias missões aqui de facção, tá? De regiões. Só que a gente teoricamente não precisa se matar. Tem os arrependimentos do lobo também. Mas que a gente pode continuar nas sombras de podridão aqui. Brown. Então as sombras de podridão vai ser nesse rolê aqui. Nos pântanos. Vamos levar ela. A neve tá aqui, mas ela tá puta. Realmente eu não sei o que que é. Ele aplica... Esse aqui detona enfraquecido e aplica fraqueza. Essa aqui detona as alcas e aplica fraqueza. A hardening, a coisa seria boa. Essa aplica fraqueza e supressão. Uma boa seria com a hardening, porque ela também tá com os negócios do olho dela lá. E ela aqui, essa aqui... Esse pico de adrenalina eu acho besteira. Talvez o tiro sísmico. E é também a poção relaxante. Porque esse aqui ele cura quanto? 748, esse aqui é bastante. Tá, vamos pegar a hardening a coisa. Então, nos pântanos de Rosberg.
Rook, welcome to the Hosberg wetlands. I'd say make yourself comfortable.
This place is
Foreboding?
Yes. Well, foreboding is normal here, but it's worse than usual.
The blight's always a problem in the Anderfels. It's not strange to find a corrupted patch of forest or swamp.
What is strange is the sudden surge of blight through the Hosberg wetlands. Much like the village you found, the blight here struck too quickly, and in strange forms.
It's choked the whole area, and the local village, Lavendel, was caught in it. But they're survivors. We can be grateful for that.
If there was a place that needed wardens,
then here we are.
As far as we can tell, the gods you're chasing weren't here directly.
If the blight's really changed, then the changes are widespread. As for how much?
I can almost sense something in there. Another sound under the blight's usual song.
Stories say wardens sense blight. I never thought it was literal.
It happens when you join the Order. But that's more than I should say.
When we met, you tried to block the sound out. Now you hear too much.
If it helps, that's what we're here for.
Já me acostumei com essa.
Okay, this all sounds awful. And we're standing in the middle of it, which is normal for me.
For us too.
So what's the plan?
We heard rumors of the surge here and volunteered to investigate. The first warden expects a report. Soon.
If we want proof the blight's changed, then this place is where to find it.
But the way the blight left the village, we've had our hands full just keeping it back and helping the sick.
You need more to study.
Yes. The odd growths the blight has formed, like boils, they surround Lavendel. I need more samples.
Samples. That's gonna be gross. That's probably the best word for it.
I'll give you something to contain the blight. And watch for darkspawn out there.
Right. Darkspawn. Can't forget them.
Good luck.
Bom, então estamos aqui no Season. Não é.
Yeah?
Bom, temos que comprar este presente aqui pro vagabundo. Isso aqui melhora muito o Davren. Então, arma comum, armadura leve. Uma picareta aqui. Eu acho que eu entrei na missão errada, né? Algo deu errado aqui. O famoso vamos... Deve ser a... Portal fica maluca. Pústulas da podridão. Eu entrei no mapa errado, mas tudo bem, vamos começar por aqui, porque aqui deve ser bom. Aqui tem mais uma missão, mas vou deixar quieto por enquanto.
Lavendel Village. This can't turn out like Demetta's Crossing.
Well, it's still here. And I want to help.
Bom, aqui nós
You're here
temos...
to help? You think you and 2 wardens can fix all this?
Bom, isso aqui a gente pode melhorar algumas coisas. Só que tem que tomar cuidado para não ficar gastando dinheiro com besteira, né? Aqui nós temos algumas coisinhas. A gente pode melhorar esse da Harden.
All right then.
O Davren, ele tá com isso aqui, né? O animal de teta. Aqui ele tem... Agora a Harden. Aqui já tá tudo cagado, ó, porque tem várias missões.
Got a sample. Guessing they'll need more than one.
I've seen how Antoine performs experiments. He'll need more than one.
You gotta move. Someone follow up. Ready for a follow-up.
Got the sample.
We're getting there.
Opa, não!
On to you.
Dog squad. Everyone ready?
Your turn.
Nossa, você nível 30, mano.
Everyone all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Mas tem alguma Dark Combat? Esse bicho aí eu não vou conseguir matar não, cara. Eu morri?
First at Demeter's Crossing, now Lavendel. This could be the whole world.
Tipo assim, mesmo que eu soltar o combo delas.
Finish it.
Ah, não vai dar, gente. Tá, esse aqui esquece. Esse aqui vai ficar pra depois. Tá, ali é o que a gente tinha ido. Aquele bicho lá é nível 30, não dá não, mano. Tem vários chefões no jogo que você só vai conseguir derrotar depois de um tempo.
That the last of them?
Beleza, galera. Todo mundo foi pro quiabo.
Trouble coming. Look out! Oh, nicely done, Rook.
This was farmland.
Like where my ma lives.
Check out the ballista. Could be useful.
Oh, we did it.
Uh-oh.
I think it knows we're attacking the boils, and it doesn't seem happy about it.
We need to stop them.
Tomei.
Ooh, great job, Rook. That's Rook for ya.
Sei, mano.
You bet.
It's down.
Vamos a túnica do recruta.
And another sample.
That should be enough to study.
Yeah. Let's get back to Evka and Antoine.
Bom, aqui tá tudo cagado, né? É um lugar muito bonito. Ó, esta aqui é melhor que a espiral coisada, hein? Nossa, mas aqui tá tudo cagado, hein?
Watch ahead.
O blight é uma merda mesmo, hein? A podridão é podre. Vai, cadê o final? Ah, é por aqui? É isso aqui? Pera aí, galera. Acho que tem ali, né, mano? Sobre a família.
This can't be all that's left behind. Sure thing.
Usar o bagulho da percepção. A fortuna aqui tá sendo muito bom.
They knew the blight was coming. But how? And what went wrong after?
She thinks the others were possessed.
Tem a missão da família aqui.
How did you get so good at fixing illuvians?
Oh, it's mostly a survival thing. Accidentally release a couple demons or rile up the local wildlife with misdirected magic a few times and you learn what not to do.
Oh.
Oh, hello.
Aqui nós temos algumas coisinhas.
You're here to help?
Não, tô aqui pra destruir tudo.
Antoine? Antoine!
Yes? Yes, the blight samples. They're like nothing we've seen, or anything in the warden records. And I almost hear voices in it. The gods calling the blight.
I can't hear anything. But if you believe me...
We knew things were bad. But if the blight's being called, the situation's more unpredictable than we thought. We need to...
I give you two reign, and this is where it leads. Chasing Rook's lies.
First warden...
Stay away from the blight and the wardens. How many times must you be told?
Como é que eu vou saber? Eu vou zoar ele.
I don't know. Try it again.
If you think posturing will gain you ground, you're mistaken.
Rook knew something was wrong.
I can hear it in the samples. The gods. He's telling the truth. The blight has changed, and that changes everything.
It changes nothing. Your sensitivity to blight is useful, Warden Antoine. But you've had more than one snake in your ear.
Você não vai ouvir, vai.
Why listen to the experts? You've clearly got this handled.
That's enough from you. You tampered with a ritual that unleashed blight. You did not know what you were doing then, and you don't now.
If gods control the blight, we need to change how we approach it.
Archdemons control blight, and we'd sense if one had risen. We'd make the sacrifices needed to fight it.
But we...
The blight has increased. Now is not the time to lose focus. Wardens Evka and Antoine, are you sworn to combat the blight?
Yes, but...
Then report back to Weishaupt and do so.
That went poorly, even for a talk with him.
Mas conversou com ele também?
Are talks with him ever pleasant?
We talked about the rain once. It was neutral.
So much for convincing the wardens.
We can't give you the order, but you have us.
We'll keep tracking the Darkspawn and the Blight. We'll do what we can.
And if we learn the gods' plans, you will too.
Bom, então a gente não ganhou a guarda, mas ganhamos uns agentes da guarda.
The elven god of monsters had been hard at work. She'd taken the Darkspawn and made them so much worse. Now, she and Elgarnon had their glorious new army. The risen gods were ready. And they had just the target.
He finally agrees to meet for a report, then he all but calls you a liar.
I think you were included in that.
Thanks.
Bom, então vamos dar uma olhada aqui nos pontinhos. Porque esse aqui ele me daria o quê? Mora o bagulho de golpe. Ah. Esses aqui. Eu só não tava convencido em deixar, acho que esse aqui, né? Que é uma coisa tonta. Uma pancada reversa. Bom, aí realmente eu não sei o que eu compro. Então, esse aqui, mas aí depois, esses aqui são nível 30, né? Aí a gente vai ter que meio que puxar os caras para um outro lado. Aqui tem mais algumas as armaduras. Aí nesse lugar aqui ele tá todo cagado, né? Tem o negócio da família aqui, vamos dar uma olhada. Porque esse lugar aqui parece que não é muito grande. Deve ter sido essa missão.
Trouble coming.
A gente dá uma upadinha.
You got it. Finish it.
Tem uma...
Those statues.
Esse aqui é um machado da invasão raro, só que o abalo é pouco dele, né?
They're Chantry sisters.
They look, I don't know, sad. Like they're reaching for help and no one's there.
Esse aqui?
Digging over the same areas. What was he searching for?
Did he know he was repeating?
Tá, deixa eu só entrar nessa coisa aqui.
Himself?
Whatever this echo was in the well, I think it possessed them. The more people go near it, the more it gets in their minds.
It made promises it was never gonna keep.
That journal mentioned the boards from the well. Were sealed away once.
Pararem de vir também.
One for us.
Whatever's down there, whatever you did to those people, I won't let you do it again. We're sealing the well. Sealing. It's done. No more echo. For now.
For now. Esse é um lugar bem amaldiçoado, hein?
That's a problem.
Tiozinho ali, né? Isso é aquela missão que a gente tinha visto, a gente vai acertar.
You've been to the farmlands? There's a family. Voss. I'm close with him, with Ursa.
There was something in the well. It got to them.
But we aren't supposed to listen. Stories. But it was sealed.
And it is again.
When it's safe to go back, I'll bury it even deeper for Ursa. Thank you for letting me know.
Então nós temos apenas um eco. Temos o Edo com a raiva encabelara. Bom, aqui a gente tem aquela missão do Dark, né? Depois a gente tem isso aqui, né? Deixa eu ir no farol rapidinho. Temos cartas abertas também. Eu queria muito melhorar os coisas, mas tipo assim, o abalo desse é muito pegado. Eu precisava melhorar isso aqui, cara. Depois eu tenho que dar uma olhada. É, agora começa a ficar com bastante lugares pra gente visitar, né? Hashtag complicated, my friend. Esse vagabundo tá por aqui. Dá pra encantar o escudo, né? O que mais? Mas assim, eu não precisava dar o upgrade, eu precisava aumentar o tanto de raridade dele. Mas eu devo encontrar os caras no futuro.
It looks like our boy Hassan is feeling his oats. Or whatever griffins feel.
He's getting the hang of it. When he listens.
He seems to be able to handle himself so far.
You got lucky the Gloomhowler didn't tear you to pieces, boy. You wait for my command. We attack together. Then we can kill stuff like that.
At least he's learning.
The instincts kick in. Griffins see darkspawn and it's a fight to the death. Like wolves hunting deer. Just need to corral it.
Never be a deer. Good to know.
He'd probably leave them alone.
Probably.
You and I see a deer. Maybe he sees venison souffle. Every muscle in him, every talon, every feather, honed into a killing machine. Hassan's ancestors took on archdemons.
Like his name says, he's an arrow.
Half lion, half eagle, with the instincts of both, griffins will always be hunters.
Just like his daddy, Davrin.
I suppose we are our nature.
Not sure about that.
Most of my life I've hunted the darker things in the world. But caring for a griffin? What do I know about that? Yet here I am.
That's not so bad, is it?
Not the path I expected. Makes me wonder about Hassan, his brothers and sisters, still young, pure.
You're worried?
I'm responsible for the future of every griffin alive. I want it to be a good one. These animals live to fight, but I wonder if there's another path for them.
Dá um tempo pra ele, vai.
It's still early. Hassan's just a kid. Let him test the waters, see what shakes loose.
You mean like a parent?
Yep.
Parents. A scary word. I'm supposed to be his bodyguard.
What do you think you've been doing this whole time?
Trying to ignore it. If I get myself killed by a Hurlock, that's on me. If it's Hassan, I just don't want to mess it up.
I think that's where trust comes in. That Turlum idea you keep talking about. Trust Hassan to find his way. Don't force things.
He's headstrong.
Good thing you are too.
Right. Thanks for the chat.
A gente tem um presente aqui.
Good taste.
É isso? É só porque eu tinha comprado. Eu sei que é encontrar as coisas nos shops e meio que comprar pra eles. Agora... Tem mais algumas missões... tem uma galera aqui que quer falar, né? Deixa eu falar com a Neve que a situação com ela tá ruim.
Nev, settling back in?
More or less. Lots to catch up on, but when isn't there? I'm ready to get back to work. If we could skip the personal catch-up. Not the day for it.
Take all the time you need.
Ela tá puta ainda. Tá puta. Pelara, meu amor.
I cannot say.
Who created you?
I cannot say.
What can you say?
I cannot say.
Right. Deserve that.
Got the archive spirit working, I see.
Rook, you're here. And I did, sort of. A little bit. It appears, but it won't tell me anything.
You simply ask the wrong questions. A common affliction of the weak-minded.
Also that, it's kind of mean.
Isso de arquivos.
Just insult it right back. Assuming you know how to insult a spirit.
I've never thought about it. How would you do that? Emmerich might know. That is an idea. Syrian learned a lot, taught me a lot about these archives. They have, well, not thoughts like us, but sort of pathways, I guess. They can only respond to specific questions worded in specific ways. So, if you're powerful, like almost God-level powerful, how would you talk to someone you see as lesser?
Like an idiot.
Given our examples, I'd be kind of a demanding jerk.
Right! So, let's try that. Archive, tell me who built you.
One of the greatest of Elvenan, a steward of her glory. Truly, I was blessed to bathe in his warmth. Anaris built me, and to him I shall someday return.
You mean the Forgotten One?
I cannot say.
Good point. It came later.
Não precisa.
What or who is a Forgotten One?
The bad gods, or so we were taught, told never to speak their names. Elgranon, Gillenane, they were the good ones that you could pray to. But now we know the truth about the Evanurus. So we don't know for sure what the Forgotten Ones were, I mean. They used to say Solus was one, so best case scenario like him. Worst case, well, you heard it talk.
Right. So this thing's dangerous if it belonged to one of them.
Could be, but still important and invaluable. Everything Anaris knew, this thing knows, and my people deserve to know. If I can get it to tell me.
Good luck.
Have fun with the condescending spirit.
I'll try. Could be worse, I guess.
Worse, like the wound of betrayal Lord Anaris suffered. Soon he will cast down the oppressors and take his rightful place.
What a shame I can't stay longer. Good luck.
Appreciate the support.
Então, a Belara curte meu suporte. Depois ela vai curtir uma outra coisa. Vamos ver aqui quem mais que eu tenho que falar. Lembrando, galera, você sempre tem que falar com eles, porque, tipo, depois você perde essas oportunidades. Principalmente as que tem um reloginho, tá?
Why do you run around in fancy mage clothes?
Because I like them.
You're barely even wearing a shirt.
You fight Anton with a bare midriff.
Everything all right?
We're fine. Just trading fashion tips. So what I wear is a problem for you?
It's not. It's just... Why dress like that? Are you trying to make your mother happy?
Is this about what your mother said on the beach?
No.
What'd she say?
Tasha's mother said that Tash acted more like a man than a woman.
And you feel like you should wear dresses to make her happy?
No. Can you imagine me in a dress? I'd look stupider than I'd look stupid.
Não é verdade.
You wouldn't look stupid in a dress, if that's what you wanted to wear.
I don't want to wear a fucking dress!
Clear and to the point. So, what do you want? Your mother didn't just make you angry. Something she said got its hooks into you. Why?
It feels... right. When she says I act more like a man. It feels... right. Why does it feel right?
Tash, do you like being a woman?
Nobody likes being a woman.
Ah.
This is stupid. Forget I said anything.
Eu preciso de você bem.
Forget it or dig into it, whatever you have to do. But if our dragon hunter isn't at her best, people will die.
Yeah. I'll figure out my crap. Whatever it is.
Some of my friends in Minrathous talk about not feeling comfortable in their own skin. As a man, as a woman. I could see if they'd like to talk. Maybe what they say fits how you're feeling.
Yeah. Okay. And thanks. You do look really pretty.
Oh?
To look at. I'd smudge your makeup.
Thanks for letting me down gently.
Bom, então nós temos aqui uma conversa.
Where is he?
O Lucanis deu um rolê. Falou assim, galera, um abraço. Onde é que ele tá? Ah, ele tá lá na ponta com a Hard, hein? Deixa eu dar uma olhada. Ah, é pra baixo. Ui, ui. Ui, ui.
Back, demon! No further! Isn't standing up to them supposed to work?
Let Lucanus go! Don't make us hurt both of you!
What's going on? Lucanus?
It's not Lucanus, it's the demon. It's taking him over. He's trying to leave.
Smells like jam and brimstone.
Rook, do something!
Preciso falar com o Lucanis.
Lucanus, wake up!
Ugh. What the?
You tried to walk through the alluvion in your sleep.
Spite wanted out.
I need coffee.
Café na solução pra tudo.
You can't just caffeinate your way out of this.
It's hard for Spite to take control when I'm awake, so I try to stay awake.
You can't just stay awake forever. I think that would kill you.
I'll be more careful next time.
Se amarre. Que tal falar com o lugar?
We have to make Spite understand that he's endangering you.
He's Spite, not learning. He doesn't listen to anyone. Don't worry about it. This won't happen again. And thanks.
Bom, então a gente teve aí uma Um encontro meio ruim com o rancor aí, o Spy. Ele é bem ruim, né? O do... Peraí, onde é que é o do Emerald? Ah, é do outro lado. Não, não é pra cá. Ô, cachorrones. Ué, onde é que é? Gente, eu tô burro? Sou burro? Um coisa... Ah, ele tá lá dentro do... Ele é dentro do salão, senhoras e senhores. Se me esqueci que era aqui. Bom, o maluco deve estar já arrumando a casa dele. Ninguém fala muito com ele.
But I find it completely unnatural.
I don't get why you think cremation's so bad. Everyone outside Navarra burns their dead.
All those lost vessels. Fine mansions reduced to ash. Manfred, for instance. How would his wisp have fared if I hadn't given it a body?
Pra você também, Manfred.
Yep. Same to you.
It's just Manfred's way of saying hello. I encountered him as a wisp in the necropolis years ago. A simple spirit, but so curious. He refused to leave my side.
So, you built a skeleton for the spirit to live in?
Spirits are formed from the emotions and desires of people in the mortal realm. Manfred's wisp came from curiosity. It's these spirits which animate the dead. Their drive revives the corpse, yet the corpse colors their actions. Thus, the eternal question, are undead inhuman spirits puppeting a body, or does some shade of the departed return?
Eu quero acreditar.
It's got to bring back a little piece at least.
That's my belief as well. I swear I could see it sometimes, Rook. A glint of recognition of something more in the dead.
Hey, that's my sleeve. Are you trying to steal my buttons?
As well as a certain mischievousness. Manfred.
Bom, então por enquanto acho que tá tudo bem aqui no local. E agora a gente tem que ir até Sombras do Passado. Sombras da Podridão, aliás. E a gente tá indo pra um outro lugar, né? A gente tá voltando lá pra cidade do Kais pra encruzilhar, né? Então vamos meter Belara e o Dapre. Fazer uma explosão gloriosa.
Oh, não.
A cidade tá uma merda, né? Porque o dragão destruiu tudo. Agora os pontos de referência são redescobertos.
What did the venatori do to the shadow dragons?
Opa, o que aconteceu? Algoz imbatível. Será que ele é imbatível mesmo? Uau, um algoz batível.
Ready for a follow-up.
Vou ter que resolver as coisas nessa cidade, que tá tudo uma merda.
The shadow dragons wouldn't have let them inside. Not willingly.
Look around. Someone might have left us a clue.
Bom, então o negócio foi tudo pra merda. O venatori acabou com tudo, hein, mano. Você tá agindo no preliminar a gente.
Hector. He used to guard the pawn shop's entrance. Nev mentioned it. He was waiting for someone near the market. Might still be there.
Bom, então está tudo meio cagado aqui.
Rana, how are you?
I'm surviving. Beyond that, I'm sure you've heard enough sad stories. I was injured during the attack, but I've recovered enough. I'm trying to help where I can.
Vamos ver aqui.
A Grey Warden. Are you all right?
You're Rook. I'm Vesta.
What happened?
I'm here to help the Shadow Dragons, fighting Darkspawn in the catacombs. There weren't many when we started, but then the others said to run. Get help. We can't leave the Darkspawn. If they escape into the city...
We won't let them.
Just sit tight.
Tem uma emboscada nas catacumbas.
Up there.
É. Mas acho que não dá pra pular ali. Se der é de outro jeito que dá pra ir pra lá. Talvez ali em cima. É aquele negócio, eu não faço ideia, mano.
Please, if the Archon was really dead.
I hear you're the one who got that fancy Illuvian up and running.
I did. Well,
Move! I am at
finish them up.
Live, you fools!
You got it.
É, agora vai ser uma porcaria andar pela cidade.
I hear you're the one who got that fancy Illuvian up and running.
I did. Well, most of the way. Everyone helped out.
So tell me, how...
A cidade ainda ela tá aqui, mas ela tá meio cagada, né? Tá emboscada na Havana, morto sobre a luz. É, o que aconteceu é que os Shadow Dragons eles acabaram se ferrando, né? Mas eu vou ativar os pontos aqui pra gente poder se mover na cidade.
Is it? Any reason to be worried?
Oh, you shouldn't worry at all.
So it's safe then?
No, just worrying won't help. Whatever happens would be instantaneous.
That's reassuring.
O diálogo entre eles são muito bons, cara. Tem que pegar a Neve e a tiazinha lá que tá puta. Chegamos. Vamos falar com a Harding.
Why did Morgan want to meet in Minrathous? Isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan?
Indeed. But today we have a guest, and she needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
Rook, you remember how Varric and I served the Inquisition? Well, this is Inquisitor Llewellyn, the woman who led us all.
How many famous people do you know, Harding? Should I expect the Divine to show up?
She also served in the Inquisition, but we didn't talk much.
Morrigan and Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance, maybe the only chance, to stop Elganon and Gillenane.
Tá bom.
I won't let you down.
Don't worry about me. Worry about the people you've recruited and about the people depending on you. I'm asking you to take down a pair of gods. You're not going to be able to do that if you're worried about my approval. But if you listen to your friends and remember the people you're fighting for, you'll get through this.
We've got the makings of a good team, I think. We'll do our best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do her best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. She has not been idle while you assembled your team.
Vamos ver aqui. Continuar sobre isso.
I thought the gods were mostly active up here. It's really that bad in the south?
Elganon and Gillenane have indeed restricted their activities to the north. But the forces they deployed to the south, the strange new Darkspawn, have spread fear and corruption greater than any blight in history.
We think their goal is to prevent the South from rallying to aid any war effort up here. It's working. The armies of the South have their hands full protecting their own cities. But some friends and I are doing what we can to rally them together. Again, the South is my problem, not yours, Rook. You stop the gods, and I'll make sure the rest of Thedas doesn't fall to the blight.
I've been having some trouble getting people in authority to listen to us. If you help with some of your political strength.
My political strength? Tevinter hates me. The Venatori helped make sure of that. And while I have a few friends in the Wardens, their leadership hasn't much cared for me since we clashed at Adamant Fortress.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. She brought something no one else could.
A wolf statuette? We've found others like it in the crossroads. Where'd you find yours?
I found it right around the time Solus's ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the veil. To him. Somehow.
Solus is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals. I suggest you take it to the crossroads and see if something in the lighthouse calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
Solus está preso.
Solus is trapped in the Fade. He's not my biggest concern at the moment.
Solus is trapped in your dreams, and while he cannot match Elganon or Gillenane in strength, he is far more cunning. He is the Dreadwolf. He led a rebellion that lasted centuries. How many times do you think the gods thought him trapped and helpless?
Solus was important to me. If this statuette helps you understand him, if it uncovers something that... Honestly, I don't know. I wish I did. But this feels like a part of him. And whatever he and I once were, I think... I hope... it might help you.
We should go, Inquisitor. The armies in the south need you.
Right. Harding, stay sharp. You're my eyes in the north.
Always, Inquisitor.
Rook, good luck. If I come across anything else that can help, you'll be the first to know.
Thank you. We should take a break. Head back to the lighthouse for a bit.
Então vamos lá. Então tem a tecelagem, algumas coisas pra cá. Um atracadouro da rolezinha. A cidade aqui tá toda cagada, né? E pra cá também tem algumas coisas. Deixa eu dar só uma...
Rumored resistance group affront. Aspirations of hostile takeover.
I heard about this Nadas Derthalin spirit you found.
I sure didn't expect that.
Be careful. Things that pop out of nowhere usually bite you in the ass. What were we talking about? Be careful. Things that pop out of nowhere usually bite you in the ass.
Like Hassan?
And that beak of his hurts.
Pior que ali eu não sei como é que faz não, hein? Ó, animal. É, tem um negócio ali que eu não faço ideia do que é. Tem alguns desafios que eu fico meio maluco, mano. A cidade das docas tá toda cagada, hein?
Watch ahead.
Porque aqui eu acho que já não tem mais nada. É, aquele rolê, né? Tá, vamos voltar pro farol, velho. Tem mais coisas pra fazer ali na cidade, mas não tem problema. Tentar manter uma linha.
Just got word. First Warden's calling everyone back to Weishaupt. Everyone except me, seems like. Guess the First Warden didn't like me joining your team.
Calling wardens back from all over Thedas is a big step. Did he give any reason why?
Not exactly, but I've heard rumors of a massive darkspawn horde on the move. Even hearing there's an archdemon with them.
Deve ser atividades. Ué?
The timing can't be a coincidence. The gods must be behind this.
I bet they are. Rook, if the gods have an archdemon, Warden lore says archdemons only show up during a blight. Doesn't say anything about elven gods. Seems like the rules have changed, and we're going in blind. We need to know what we're up against.
I'll talk to Solus. See if he knows anything about any of this. Make sure the others are ready to move.
Bom, vamos dar uma olhada aqui. Então a gente tem o cerco de Weishaupt. E eu tenho que falar com uma galera aqui. Antes de eu solar eles, vamos falar com o cara. Provavelmente a gente vai abrir algumas missões aqui.
Rook, interested in visiting the Memorial Gardens?
What are you up to?
I must tend to some rites in the necropolis. I'd like to show you its more peaceful side.
Então, a gente tem aqui andando pelas sepulturas. Roots, Bloody Roots, né? Aqui alguns arrependimentos. Aqui a historinha.
You cannot do this, Algernon. You swore that we would give up our commands when this horrific war was over.
Our people need our leadership. If you're unwilling, leave.
Our people must rebuild, and we must help unite them.
So, we did not fight for freedom, but to conquer this land and our own.
We fought to win, and now the Evanuris are as gods. I do not answer to Mythal's annoying lapdog.
The people are afraid. They must believe in something.
They need strength.
And wisdom.
They need gods who can protect them.
We are not gods. You will learn that.
Every lapdog hides a wolf inside.
That was strange. They were speaking Elven, but I understood it.
I believe we have experienced a memory in each of our native languages.
Not just any memory. One of the Dreadwolves.
And the mages who declared themselves my gods. Well, mine and Davrin's.
Given what we've seen them do, I was expecting someone to do something epic.
Right? It was so mundane. Nothing grand or cosmic. No setting fire to the sun. It was just talking. Politics. I wish they were monsters. Something grand and terrible. Seeing them like that, they're no better than Tevinter nobles.
But no worse, either. They were people. And people can let you down.
All right. What else can we take from this memory?
Elgranon was hungry for power. Did anything he could to get it, and to hold on to it.
Then Solus, furious at Elganon's installing himself as a despot, started his rebellion.
There's another moving part in this. Mythal. She was keeping the peace.
Mythal and Solus were close. The Inquisition found a temple to Mythal, and there were wolf statues everywhere.
Then she sides with Elgranon over him. A betrayal.
Ela não estava brava à toa.
It sounded like Solus was loyal to Mythal. What did Elganon call him?
A neve, eu não gosto.
Mythal's lapdog? And then she grabs power alongside Elganon instead of standing for her principles. I'd be angry too.
Angry enough to start a rebellion?
That's not how he'd see it. He didn't destroy the world. Elganon did. Solus did what he considered necessary to stop him.
Solus would try to justify what he did, but he'd also blame himself for what happened.
Perhaps these murals aren't simply memories. They're what Solus wishes to forget.
His regrets. That means they're a way to learn his weak points.
Why are we worried about Solus? He's trapped.
Right. But the Dreadwolf was the god of trickery. He's looking for a way out. Bet on it.
Meanwhile, keep your eyes open in the crossroads. If there's a way to restore the rest of these murals, Solus would have kept it in his hideaway. It'd be nice to get inside his head for a change.
Bom, então a gente testemunha a primeira lembrança do Solus. Para dar aquela solada. Ah, o que tem? Aqui acho que tem uma outra visão. É porque eu terminei aquelas missões do Solus lá da memória, só que eu acabei não lendo, né? Eu tinha que... Vamos dar uma olhada aqui. Isso aqui. Eu tinha que colocar todas as memórias do Solus de volta.
I was not certain you would come.
You were the one who walked away. I never turn my back when my friend needs me.
The Evanures seek the magic of the blight.
Impossible. The blight is safely sealed away.
Aí tem 3 ali.
Though I wish I could believe you. I have sensed the breaking of the wards.
I will investigate your claims. If they forget the danger of the blight, I will endeavor to remind them.
What if, instead, you left the Evanures and remained with me? Do you not wish for freedom from this struggle?
Be at peace, love. I will stop them.
As you must. The blight is our mistake.
Did Mythal call Solus love in that memory?
That's what it sounded like.
So they were doing it.
The elven gods were free with their emotions. They felt things deeply. The way they express things, well, it feels romantic to us, but that wasn't really how it was. Back then, I mean.
Nah, they were doing it.
É óbvio.
Oh, they were absolutely doing it.
Being with someone you're rebelling against? Doesn't sound like Solus.
He also met her in secret and talked about how they could run off together.
It sounded so tragic and romantic.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That does sound like him.
So the Dreadwolf goes to Mythal. They might be fighting, but they have history.
And he warns her about the other gods using the blight. That's more important than his rebellion. It's like kingdoms coming together when an archdemon rises.
Mythal didn't think it was possible. She said the blight was sealed away. There's an old legend about it. Davrin, the one with Andrul's armor. Not sure it matters.
If there's one thing Solus loves, it's telling people they were wrong. And here, he's got the perfect opportunity. Oh, Mythal, you thought your fellow gods were so great? If only you were as smart as me.
He got her attention. She definitely seemed angry at the end.
So Mythal goes off to investigate what Solus says. Then, what? It's too clean.
Seems plenty messy with them doing it.
But this isn't just a memory. It's something Solus wanted to hide. What's the crime? What did we see here that he feels guilty about?
I think I might know. When the Inquisitor was saving the world from the breach, she met Mythal.
What? Like in a dream?
It was complicated. She helped the Inquisition. There was a magic pond and a dragon.
Nice.
The point is, she also said the other elven gods betrayed her, killed her.
Como assim assassinato?
Okay, sorry. Point of order. If they killed Mythal, how was she still around to help the Inquisition?
Elven god magic? She'd spent centuries gathering strength and sharing people's bodies, I think.
If it was a truly benign possession, that speaks to her character.
Solus goes to Mythal, the one semi-reasonable elven god, for help, and the other gods kill her for it. I imagine the Dread Wolf's rebellion heated up significantly after that.
Right. And Mythal wasn't there to keep the other gods in check anymore.
Well, it's not just that she died.
What do you mean, Tosh?
It's... Ugh. There was stuff he wanted to tell her, but he waited too long, and then she was dead. He never got to make it right. That twists you up.
That's it. There's our crime.
Doesn't really tell us anything we can use, though.
We know more than we did. That's something.
Then I guess we keep our eyes open if we come across more of these memories.
Bom, agora que tá todo mundo aí, eles podem ativar isso aí, né? Então, eu acho que, tipo, antes da gente ir pro cerco de... Nossa, que realmente acho que foi a última missão que eu joguei no game. Eu acho que a gente deveria... Tem essa com Emirate, tem... Peraí. Cadê? Na encruzilhada é os arrependimentos do Lambo. Vamos dar uma olhada aqui. Tipo, por exemplo, aqui talvez tenha alguma coisa, aqui também, aqui no meio também. Mas aí é um negócio que eu nem sei. Tipo, pra cá. Mais pra cá do que pra lá.
The spirits are returning.
We're saving their home.
É. Mas aqui é uma merda, né? Porque a gente não tem o negócio aqui, né? Que ali é o rolê. Eu não sei onde é que estão os blights aqui. Porque eu lembro que a gente tinha que matar uns bichos, né? Pô, será que aqui tem alguma coisa? Ou será que pra baixo tem alguma coisa? Aquele negócio, eu não faço ideia, mano. Aqui eu já andei, né? Muito complicadinho. Porque, ó, aqui nesse aqui... a gente poderia vir aqui, por exemplo. Vai ter alguns lugares que a gente não vai conseguir acessar nada, né? Tirando isso aqui, ó. Que ali tem um blight gigante.
What do you think was going on at Demeter's Crossing with the gods?
It felt like they were trying to flex their muscles.
Hassan!
Ready for a follow-up.
Watch for ranged attack!
Hitting us from range.
Vai ser o que do kebab?
Right. Where were we again?
É, aqui acho que dá pra entrar.
Felt like they were trying to.
There.
Uou, chamado do
It's
lobo.
happening again. We're in another of Solus's memories. Remember last time? Past really can still hurt you.
Glad you made it here safely. I didn't love our odds without you.
Who, me?
All right. Everything's in place. We hit Algernon's island fortress tonight. This is our best chance to free the people he's enslaved. Get in, save as many as you can, and bring them back here to Sanctuary. Be fast and be safe. I'll meet you on the other side. Fen-Haral's scouting ahead. For freedom! For the Dread Wolf!
Com aqueles invadindo lá a guerra do rolê.
So, the Dread Wolf is testing his noble rebels against my stronghold. How courageous.
Remember, these memories can hurt us.
Ah, cadê amiguinhos?
Ready for a follow-up.
Ah, esse aqui já tá mais chatinho, hein, mano.
More of Solus's memories. Elganon sent his guards to attack the Dreadwolf's rebels.
The bastard! I hope Solus won that fight.
You persist for naught. The people under my rule are not yours to plunder.
More guards.
Wow.
Glad to see we all made it. Algernon's forces are making things interesting.
You, keep moving no matter what. free those slaves. We'll take everyone else and give the guards something to think about.
We must be swift. Elganon is coming.
Solus sounded frightened.
Solus is a smart guy. I'll give him that.
Ready for a follow-up.
Peraí. São chatos esses caras, hein, mano. Melhor é jogar o cara pra fora.
Quickly, get us out of here.
Locked tight. No sign of a key.
This is all fade logic. There's gotta be a way through.
Vou pegar aqui. Ah, não deu pra abrir? Ah, tem mais um pedaço ali. Deixa eu abrir aqui então isso. Ah, isso aqui eu acho que eu preciso do negócio. Peraí. Ah, então é isso. Acho que eu tenho que ativar um negocinho e ativar o outro por ali. Que ninguém merece, viu? Isso, parabéns, se mata mesmo, animal. Tem um baú não sei aonde. Viu aí, vagabundo?
Thank you all.
There's an alluvian nearby. We'll head there right away.
Go, the Dreadwolf must be waiting for you.
Essa memória aqui, ela é uma desgraça.
Elganon approaches. Stop his guards. We need to buy time for the captives to get to safety.
I will hold off Elganon himself for as long as I am able.
The vermin keep coming. Go. I will deal with that ragged wolf.
One last push.
Eu não sei como é que pega aquele baú.
Ready for a follow-up.
Oh meu Deus, não.
There will be a reckoning for this soulless, no matter how far you run.
Let the big asshole rant. Everyone we freed is safe in the crossroads.
Without all of you, well, thank you. But can Elganon find us here?
He cannot. I have made sure of...
Solus?
Elganon is a powerful opponent. My apologies. It is of no consequence. What matters, my friends, is that today, all of us are free.
I think that's it. The memory ends here.
It's so strange seeing Solus back when he was a hero.
Let it slip somewhere along the way.
Now all that's left is this fragment. Come on, let's go.
É, aqui é onde é o final, né? Mas aqui é onde a gente se lasca também. É o famoso se lascou. Tem algumas estatuetas aqui do Dreadwolf. Ou isso aqui simplesmente é do outro lado mesmo. Temos aqui o ramo do véu.
What do you think was going on at Demeter's Crossing?
Temos um espinho. É, o espinho aqui ele é melhor, mas o capitão.
With the gods.
It felt like they were trying to flex their
Será que era por
muscles.
aqui?
Like they were testing out what they could do. Like
Ah, eu
the
acho que era
people
por
there
aqui.
were just playthings. Morrigan called it a show of force.
I don't know her. I'm inclined to agree.
Dos antigos, tá. Bom, por enquanto é isso, senhoras e senhores. Umbre os motores, peraí, vamos dar uma olhada aqui. É. Aí tem um negócio que não dá pra ativar. E aqui tem um bagulho da véia, né?
These roots may be unbound, dweller. Seek out what holds it closed.
Então aqui eu acho que... aqui tem um bagulho de vida. E aqui tem um negócio de cura.
Trouble coming. Righto. I'm ready.
I'm good to go.
We're getting good at this.
Mas pior que eu acho que a gente tem que... Pior que eu acho que é pra botar pra lá, não é?
Careful ahead.
Ah, eu acho que eu tenho que colocar... Não, não, peraí. É pra lá mesmo. Se eu falhar, eu vou ter que enfrentar o outro.
Careful ahead.
Eu acho que eu vou ter que matar esse cara também.
You got it.
O que aconteceu? Ixi, vou ter que quebrar ele no... Vou ter que quebrar ele na finalização, senão não vai não. Tá sem vida. Isso é um bug. Tá com mais cara de bug que...
Finish them now.
Não? Não. Ué... Estranho, hein? Pior que aqui, eu não vou conseguir nem refazer isso aqui, né? Esse que é o problema.
Take it to them, Bellara.
Acabou? Ah, abriu aqui? Ó, aqui beleza, que ele cria ali, mas ele não cria aqui. E aí, como é que eu faço aqui? Puzzle de merda. Bom, por enquanto a gente não sabe o que fazer. Aqui a gente tem mais um pontinho para colocar em algum lugar, que não sei onde eu coloco. 20% de dano com armadura. Botar aqui. Porque você não precisa ficar comprando todas as...
Look, the statue that controls those bridges is broken.
Those statues were built to last, but that just means they...
Você só pode dizer que tá tudo uma merda. É, tá tudo uma merda aqui, né? Bom, gente, a gente ganhou mais um bagulho do Solas, mas enfim. Na encruzilhada mesmo não tem muitas coisas. E aqui a gente tem andando pela sepultura do Emirate. A gente pode fazer essa missão. Que ela tá no necrópole. Vamos até lá.
Let's ask Myrna and Vorgoth about these hauntings.
Emmerich mentioned we should gather some displaced wisps while we're down here.
Ou então, os jardins da necrópole com Emirate. Fala aí, meus manos. Aqui nós temos os mano necropolense. Temos aqui algumas coisas. Fala aí, mano.
Thank you for coming, Rook. We're in need of your assistance.
Emmerich said there were hauntings.
Malign spirits freed by the gods.
They have concretized into a variety of forms. Left unchecked, these spirits will cause great harm.
They must be put to rest.
This haunting was once a spirit of curiosity.
It has turned to a darker purpose.
Bom, então a gente tem a curiosidade fatal e com esse maluco aqui.
You return.
Não, retornei não. Bom, aqui a gente poderia melhorar este aqui. Mas também não adianta gastar dinheiro com um negócio que eu não vou usar, né? Ah, esse é o meu. Vou aprimorar isso aqui. Vou dar um presente aqui pro Emerald também. Esses cosméticos não precisam.
The dead keep watch.
Bom, então aqui eu acho que tem todos aqueles negócios que estão travados, né?
What do we have here?
Bom. Aqui tem os bagulho. Ah, eu tinha que acender até ligar isso aqui. Bom, isso aí acho que é mais pra acordar os mortos. Pera aí, onde é que tá o Emirate? Ah, o Emirate tá lá no outro rolê, mano. Ah, só que pra lá eu não ativei foi nada. Porque aqui é os espíritos impacientes. E aqui é o... não sei o que da necrópole. Deixa eu ver pra lá primeiro. Bom, aqui tem um baú aparentemente. É meio bizarro aqui, né? Tinha um baú por aqui, secreto, e tem um aqui no fundo.
Careful ahead.
Here we go.
Finish them off.
Beat the odds.
É, mas aqui tem um foguinho pra gente levar pra lá, né? Eu não faço ideia onde tá esse vagabundo. Carta de aviso. Ah, ali tinha um negócio.
Those are bones. Has this spirit been scattering someone's corpse around? I bet the Watchers would appreciate us gathering up the bones. The bones we found just disappeared.
Wait, what?
These are instructions. Lighting candles will drive away malign spirits from the vaults.
Eu não posso usar isso aqui até resolver isso? Ah, meu Deus. Tá, vamos encontrar um emerald ali.
Behind you!
Não, aqui eu posso ignorar eles.
Hello.
Hello. Você não pode mandar os caras lá pro inferno, vagabundo? Por favor? Não?
Good work, everyone.
Bom trabalho por quê, ô cretina? Tá, vamos lá.
Thank you again for coming. My duties include tending to these rites of remembrance. Excellent. Manfred found his way down. Very good, Manfred.
He sounds excited.
I thought we'd start the rites here. A tableau of the dead, commissioned 173 years ago. These lives were flickers against the ages, precious, fragile, and finite. Now they serve as a warning. Don't linger overlong in the gloom. Live with grace and fervor while you may.
No one's going to seize the day for you.
Just so. That one's livelier. Here. Who were you when you breathed above?
This body was a tailor's, a mother's. She laughed and taught and wove the robes kings wore when they were crowned.
Someone must realign her thoracic vertebrae. I hope the novices are inspecting the displays.
Seria certo.
Seems disrespectful to abandon something you built.
Precisely. No wonder there's been an uptick in hauntings.
Wait, what?
Let's continue.
So, what now?
We light candles in remembrance of the dead. Would you care to light the candle, Rook? Look at this. The last tomb of the Tannhausens. A very influential family in the Storm Age.
We broke the bones of dragons.
A posthumous motto. Their last heir met his match against a Highland Ravager.
Death by dragon. Surprised there was enough to bury.
How interesting that the necropolis moved these gardens so far below.
So the necropolis actually shuffles its rooms around?
From time to time. Very unlikely to happen while we're inside a chamber. Could you light the next candle? Aha! One of my favorite flowers! A variegated weeping widower.
You know your plants?
Alchemy is my hobby. It's a break from teaching spirit calling and theoretical applied metaphysics.
Right. Just on the side.
This way, Rook.
You're right about the gardens being peaceful.
The necropolis has its dangers, but these places are a refuge for the dead.
Examining the graves?
You'll need to light these candles as well. Open your hearts to the final day, companion of all the ages. I was pleasantly surprised by your respect for our undead tableau earlier, Rook. I'm beginning to think people outside Navarra find the necropolis a little unnerving.
Lords of Fortune have an eye for craftsmanship.
Essa é muito sinistra, cara.
Only a few more candles. Follow me.
Follow me, bitch.
Ah, look here.
Oi?
Hi. Should I say hi?
It's curious about you. We're also enjoying the gardens, but with one last ritual ahead. On your way, my friend.
Spirits really are your specialty.
I've always had a rapport with them. Even as a child, they were my companions.
After you started training here?
After I was orphaned.
Oh.
A collapsed building, swift deaths. After the funeral, the Watchers took me in.
Belated condolences, if that's worth anything.
Always. We move on, as we must, but those long nights linger about the shadows.
How did you deal with it?
I didn't. When I first arrived here, I was terrified.
And you still joined the Watchers?
They're what saved me. Come, the next set of graves lies ahead.
Então vamos lá.
Please, light the next candles if you would. There's much to recommend about the rhythm of a ceremony. It eases our worst hours. As a boy, the Watcher's rituals were exactly what I needed to steady my days with purpose.
And some death magic?
Well, every young mage needs a speciality. All this pageantry, this magnificent gloom and its rites. I ask you, Rook, what is it for?
It's gotta be the living, right?
Yes, exactly, exactly. This place is an abundance of history, of magic, of memories. The Watchers preserve it so the living may draw comfort from those who've gone before. We must get to the candle, please, Manfred.
You told Harding that Manfred used to be a wisp until you gave him a body.
Yes, he's taken so well to it. Haven't you, Manfred? Here are the last candles you'll need to light. Once you're ready, we'll need to ring the bell.
Então, vamos lá.
Let the rites be acknowledged. Our bonds seen and sealed. We honor the listening spirits.
E aí, galera?
Hail from the abyss.
We witness, good watcher, faith kept in all our paths.
What was...
The necropolis hosts many spirits. We thank these guardians for their protection and friendship. We'll need to ring the bell once more to close out the departing ceremony.
Bom, é bom que depois que você faz essas missões, o Rook também ele pode usar isso aí. Então a gente já pode explodir os bagulhos, a gente já pode... Faz sempre a missão dos companheiros que você vai ter uma recompensa.
So you were really afraid of this place as a child?
It wasn't the necropolis itself, but what was draped around it. Have you ever been frightened by the thought of dying, Rook?
Claro, quase todo mundo.
Hasn't everyone from time to time?
When I was younger, it happened more often than that. That's when I discovered I possess a great terror of dying. It goes beyond dread. Can't be reasoned with or soothed over. It comes without warning. In the dead of night, in sunlit streets, a raw, strangling fear struck somewhere deep past the heart.
That's an issue for a necromancer.
Oddly, I discovered I wasn't alone. I debated this fear with friends. I argued with teachers. Yet, it lingered. Manfred's right. That's maudlin enough. There are struggles, but a watcher should always find peace amongst the graves. And what sort of host would I be if we didn't end with some light refreshment?
Manfred.
Well, if Manfred's excited, how can I refuse? Cheers, Manfred.
Então, andamos pelas sepulturas. Esse aqui a gente já pode usar, melhoramos a coisa. Mas a grande coisa é a gente poder usar a habilidade dele, que é bater nesses sinos aí loucos. E, deixa eu ativar aquilo lá.
So, it looks like you and Lucanus are becoming fast friends.
I expect to wake up and see Spite forcing him to smother me with a pillow in the night.
You guys really hit it off, huh?
The hitting comes later.
Pra cá ali, mano. Sabe Deus onde que é. Ó, enfim. A gente tava ali, tem mais uns tesouros e umas coisas muito loucas aqui. Bom, aqui é um local meio estranho. Vamos voltar pro farol. Tem muita coisa pra fazer, tá, gente? Aí a questão é de você querer fazer ou não. Ou roulette. Ou roulette. Ó, aqui a gente tem mais uma memória do Solas. Que a gente fez a missão. Vou dar uma olhada aqui.
You dare to try to cage us, jealous of our growing power?
You will pay the final price for this betrayal.
We warned you not to use the blight. For this, and for Mythol, I sentence you to sleep in exile ever after. Your own lives will form the veil that keeps the horror you unleashed at bay.
So he locked the gods away and created a veil between this world and the Fade. I mean, they were terrible, no question. But what he did, it didn't just stop them. It destroyed our culture, our world.
It wasn't just to stop them. It was to stop the blight. We've seen how bad Elgar'nan and Gillenane are. Imagine all 7 corrupted gods running wild.
So he created the veil just to keep the elven gods locked in their prison?
Yes, to keep them from accessing the Fade. But was the creation of the veil around the world an accident?
You heard him yelling. That's not the sound of a ritual going right.
What do you think, Rook?
Mas a gente está em pânico.
Honestly, I'm a little relieved. I've been feeling out of my depth trying to stop ancient gods. But Solus was flailing just as much as we are.
I had another question, and I'm sorry, maybe this doesn't matter, but Solus trapped the blighted gods in an ancient elven building, right?
That's what it looks like. Maybe a palace? Fancier than what I've seen in Arlethan, at least.
And then, the Magisters were lured into the Fade. They broke in, which let the blight escape, and turned the Golden City black.
Right, and the Black City hangs in the Fade, a little reminder of their mistakes. What's wrong, Lace?
It's just... the Chant of Light says that the Maker built for them the Golden City, the center of all creation. But if the Golden City was an ancient elven palace, then the Maker didn't build it. The elves did. The Chant of Light is Andraste's visions from the Maker, but it sounds like it's wrong.
You're asking if we just disproved the entire Andrastian faith.
Did we?
I'm right there with you, Lace. I believe in the Maker. If it's all just ancient elven stuff and there's nothing else, that's a lot.
The Chant of Light has seen many iterations over the centuries. This may simply change our understanding of it.
I know, but that's a change to, well, everything we're supposed to believe in.
The Dalish clans are struggling with the same thing. What do we keep? What do we lose?
The elven gods, the Maker. No matter who you light a candle to, you've got some hard questions to ask yourself right now.
Doctrine is not the truth. It is one of many paths to the truth.
I recognize the sentiment, though not the specific quote. Who said that?
My mother.
Ah.
Questions of faith aside, we have some very real gods that still need killing.
Looks like there are 3 more of these murals with the Dreadwolf's old memories. Wonder what else he's hiding.
Então nós completamos aí o terceiro rolê. E aí a gente tem mais o outro arrependimento.
You have so long observed the world. Why not consider joining it?
But I have no desire to live as humans. I have the Fade. Besides, this talk of taking on a solid form. I think you underestimate the danger. When you took the glowing stone to build your body, did the earth not shake?
Delirium gives us the strength we had when we were of the Fade. We are the best of physical and spirit. I need your wisdom, Solus. To withstand the louder voices who would go too far like Elganon. I need you.
This is madness. You must know that. I will always follow where you go.
What? This is astounding. The ancient elves were spirits who voluntarily manifested a physical form.
I'd rather go back to talking about the blight.
Hey, Lucanus. Could Spite turn into an elf?
No.
Sorry, but... what?
This puts all of elven history in a new light, not to mention what we think about spirits.
I mean, some magic works differently for elves. If we came from spirits, that'd explain it.
The knowledge that an entire people were formed from a mass manifestation could change our entire understanding of magic.
If we let it out, is that the right call? Do you want bigoted humans yelling about how elves are demons?
Davrin's got a point. World's not short on small-minded humans.
Ninguém acredita.
The entire idea is preposterous. Who would even believe us?
It does seem outlandish when taken out of context, I admit.
We have to tell someone, though. Strife and Ireland, at least.
If I told Thea and Viago, they'd think I was sampling Viago's poison collection. No one would believe us.
Okay. We keep this to people we trust who have good reason to know. No shouting it from the rooftops.
Agreed. The Morn Watch has a great deal of experience keeping dangerous secrets.
So, beyond the world-shaking stuff, what else did we learn here? Solus himself was a spirit.
What kind do you think he was?
Well, his name is Elven for pride.
Oh, okay.
There's something else. Not about spirits, or not all about them at least. Solus didn't want to become a person with a physical body.
Right. He only agreed after Mythal begged him.
Then that's his regret. He wishes he'd never taken physical form.
Maybe, but not just that. Solus was scared. They built their bodies out of lyrium, and it made the ground shake.
Então vamos lá. O povo foi ferido, idiota. Idiotas.
They were so happy about gaining the lyrium's power that they didn't notice it came from the Titans.
Or didn't care.
The first memory we saw with Elganon seizing power, it happened at the end of a war.
A war between the Titans and the elves.
Those power-hungry bastards.
It feels like we still don't have the full picture. But I think that's part of what Solus regrets. He didn't see the danger.
Except he did. He was worried. You said it yourself.
He did it for Mythal. Everything that followed, he could have prevented, if he just told her no.
Then he's got a war on his conscience. Plus, whatever we find next.
Então, testemunhamos a quarta quarto rolê. Agora a gente tem que procurar mais duas, né? A gente também tem que falar rapidinho com a Emerald, com os caras de novo. Pera aí. Pior que você fica nesse loop, cara, e você tem que fazer, porque senão você perde a opção depois e fica ruim.
With all my regards. Oh, but I don't want them to think me homesick.
Hi, Emmerich.
Rook, hello. Just composing a few letters. The other Watchers have been most interested in our adventures.
I couldn't help overhearing the word homesick.
Oh, I'm fine. Completely absorbed in our venture. But if I were home, I'd be preparing for new students or requests to speak to the dead.
Good to chat. I'll let you get back to your letter.
Before you go, I wanted to thank you for your company in the Memorial Gardens. There's another ceremony I have to perform there. If you'd like to visit again. Not yet, but soon.
Horrible demon ceremony or peaceful garden ceremony?
The latter, ideally.
Can do.
I'll let you know when it's time.
É isso aí, otário. E a gente também tem o negocinho que eu comprei pra ele.
How thoughtful, Rook.
Digno de um necromancer. Aqui já tá se transformando.
Need and knowledge.
Aqui falta mais algumas coisinhas. Quem é que tá me pedindo pra eu conversar? Ah, eu tenho coisa com a Harding e com a Taz também. Como o jogo dá aquela opção de você fazer o que você quiser, é muito confuso, cara. Fala aí.
Any luck tracking down your mystery friend?
Orzammar has requested I stop harassing their citizens with my talk of dwarven magic.
Wish we had time to head down there and show them what you can do.
I don't think that would have helped.
Think how satisfying it would be.
Yeah. What's satisfying about being thrown in a Deep Roads prison? Orzammar takes its heritage very seriously.
So, what now?
I was thinking, the voice said look to those closest to the stone. What if she never meant Orzammar?
Huh?
There is another great Tig, the original capital of the dwarves, Kal Shirak. It was lost during the first blight, and its people survived in isolation for hundreds of years. They re-emerged, some 20 years ago?
And you think they're closer to the stone?
Orzammar can't help. What have I got to lose?
How do we get in touch with these Kal Shirak dwarves?
Already working on it. You don't spend 10 years in the Inquisition without making contacts. I should have a meeting set up by the time we're ready to leave.
Bom, então tem essa storyline aqui da Harding. Pedra que aguarda. A gente tem as estradas profundas. Esse aqui é um novo lugar. Round. E a gente tem que falar com... Ou como treinar nosso grifão.
Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
Please do. I need to hear an actual voice now and then.
Can't imagine why.
I'm starting to dream that I'm a griffin. Squawk.
Tô em alta.
Keep dreaming. It's good to have goals in life.
The real dream is getting him to take a nap. So what brings you by?
Just curious, really. Wondering what it's like being a Grey Warden. They've always been these legendary warriors living apart from the world.
Don't know about that. I spent time with people who were bad right up till they took their vow.
How so?
Weishaupt is the last stop for the wrong sort. If you're facing prison or worse, you can always join the Grey Wardens and take your chances with the blight.
Não estaria Guarda.
A hot meal and warm bed in Weishaupt is better than rotting in some dungeon.
It would be, but the food's always cold, and Weishaupt's drafty in the winter.
Oh, you're really selling it.
It gets better. When Darkspawn threaten a village, when innocent people are in danger, then we swoop in, swords held high, armor gleaming, while 100 faces look to us for salvation. And they all live to see the sunrise because of what we do.
Okay. Now I get it.
Best part is the warden fighting alongside you. Maybe they've done some bad things in the past. But after that day, it's different. There's some honor in their life where there wasn't before. Nothing like seeing redemption happen before your eyes.
We all need that chance. Put past sins to right.
It makes the warden stronger to have people in our ranks who've lived in the shadows. When the storm comes, you don't want farmers and florists fighting archdemons. It takes the wrong sort to put the world right.
Kinda like us, I suppose.
Minus the skeleton butler.
I don't know. Manfred the Warden. Has a ring to it.
How about we quit while we're ahead? See you around.
Bom, e tem um bagulho com a taxa. E, bom, a Harding a gente pode deixar pra depois. A gente tem que falar com o Solas também. Deixa eu só abrir o negócio com a taxa, depois a gente resolve. Ah, agora ficou melhor aqui. O chifre da taxa, ela tomou um chifre.
Hey, glad you stopped by. I was gonna grab drinks with the Lords of Fortune at the Hilt. You're a lord. You should come.
Sounds good.
Tá, então ela tem aqui uma aula sobre dragões. Ah, aquela draga, mas isso aí é só depois.
How fares your battle?
The gods are moving against Weishaupt and the Grey Wardens. We've heard rumors the Darkspawn are being led by an archdemon.
And you have questions?
I need to know how archdemons relate to the gods. Are they just like the blighted dragons, or are they something else? I also need to know how to deal with the gods if they show up at Weishaupt.
I propose a bargain. I will answer your question if you answer mine.
What?
How are the Grey Wardens? Do they understand the truth of the danger yet?
You know I could just lie to you, right?
Indeed. But the truth is merely recalled, while a lie must be constructed. Knowing you would expend the effort to construct that lie rather than answer truthfully would tell me a great deal.
The first warden refuses to listen.
As I feared.
I tried diplomacy, I tried being firm. Nothing worked.
When I asked why you should be trusted to lead the fight, you denied that you were even the leader. That sufficed for me. But the Grey Wardens believe in dedication and authority. They already see themselves as the perfect choice to fight the Darkspawn. You cannot defeat Elganan and Gillenane without the Wardens. What will you do to bring them to your side?
Correu o primeiro guardião.
I don't have to convince all of them. I just have to convince the first warden.
Or remove him.
Enjoyable as that is to imagine, I doubt the rest of the wardens would approve.
Did you know the Evanuris once numbered many more than those whose names survive in the Elven Pantheon? One warlord was particularly cruel. I sought to free his slaves, but so fearsome was his reputation that none would join me.
What did you do?
I made people laugh at him.
How did that help?
For 12 years. Every sound near him, from whispered pleas to shouted oaths to crackling fire, all became mocking laughter. His mind broke under the ridicule, and when he fell, his slaves rose up and joined me.
I doubt laughter is going to work on the first warden.
If not that, then what?
For necessário.
Whatever it takes.
Easily said. But it will have to be enough for now. You have answered my question, and I owe you an answer in return.
Yes, the old gods of Tevinter, the archdemons.
There never were Tevinter gods. The archdemons, as you call them, were always merely the weapons of the Evanuris.
All right. Let's hope we can find the gods before they find their weapons.
Unfortunately, the Dragon Thrall's life force is bound to the Evanuris as both power and protection. You will not be able to kill or likely even harm one of the Evanuris until their Dragon Thrall is slain.
Ah, só isso?
It says a lot about these talks that kill an archdemon is the easy part.
It will not be easy. But you are this world's only hope. I would not suggest this path if I did not believe you could succeed.
Ah, the god of lies believes in me.
Even with their dragons dead, the Evanuris are powerful and well protected. You will need to use my dagger, the one you recovered. It can pierce their enchantments and strike them down.
All right. Kill the archdemons, then use the dagger to take down the gods.
Even a single opportunity to strike the Evanuris down will be rare, fleeting, and costly. You will not have another chance to catch them unawares. When you strike, you must be fully prepared.
Bom, então Weishaupt tá disponível. E agora tem bastante coisas pra fazer aqui, tá, gente? Mas por hoje eu vou ficando por aqui, galera. Espero que vocês tenham curtido este vídeo de Dragon Age The Veilguard. E no próximo capítulo a gente continua aí o cerco de Weishaupt. Valeu, um abraço e até a próxima. O bagulho está ficando louco, hein? O bagulho está ficando louco. Nós temos 2 novos lugares aqui. E logo logo a gente se vê. Valeu, um abraço, até mais. Falou, foi.